If you're looking for the cheapest coins in Madden 23, head over to AOEAH.com. They are fast and reliable. And make sure to use code WOLF for 3% off. Link is in the description. Now, what I'm going to start doing for my videos in Madden 23 is I'm going to take you guys into specific offensive plays and showing you how to stop them using the dollar defense, right? The nickel 3-3, the nickel over, the 3-4. I'm going to show you guys how to slow a lot of the stuff down, so I'll need your input. We're going to start with the gun bunch, and I'm going to show you guys how to stop a flood concept. It's going to be the first video. I have to show you guys, if you don't know, if you're newer to Madden, what a flood concept is and how it works. But before we get into it, drop a like, subscribe if you're new. Make sure you check out the members area, because the play I'm going to talk about on defense, we have the full scheme breakdown in the members area, as well as the Trey White Flex Wild Trio week, the 4-6 defense, tight offset, tight end, the Ace Madden mini scheme. Make sure you go to acemadden.com, use code WOLF if you want to see some of the stuff that he puts out. All right, so let's talk about it. Gun bunch. Now, let me show you guys when you can really take advantage with flood concepts. We come over to the nickel 3-3 and we run cover 3 drop, right? You can do this against any zone defense. And I just want to show you guys how it works. So Z spot. Okay, so a flood concept, let me respot the ball. Let's make this more legit, you know what I mean, than not. Now bear with me, because this controller I'm using on this other side, it's kind of broken. Okay, so with the Z spot, this is a very popular one because you can leave the play stock, and in most instances, if those hook curls don't sit low, then you have B here, okay? Remember this is very crucial and key. However, when people want to dot you up, they're gonna put a clear out there, okay? So what they do is you take this B route, put them on a streak, and then you motion them out. Now what's happening there is you're going to force the outside third in that cover 3 to play backwards. Now, the concept comes where we have the tight end going on the flat, like a short flat, and then you have the corner route going over the top. So you're isolating the play to one defensive player on the right side of the field. Let me show you how it works. All you do is take the first read. If it's underneath, you take it, go up the field, and you're pretty much putting this guy in a position to where he's gonna have to make a play, and he better figure it out quick, because when we motion Watson out, and he's a fast wide receiver, right? Even if they play underneath to the A route, there goes your corner route this way, okay? And then, I mean, we're playing it, he didn't catch it because he has the ability. So we'll talk about that on defense here in a little bit. Why I'm using the Bills on defense and what you should think about when running this style of defense in Ultimate Team. Okay, so now that you know, we have a clear out how to run the flood concept, right? Now, how do you pass the ball? You can go underneath instantly, or you can wait, throw this to the sideline. But remember, what we're doing here is we have an ability-based corner on that side. Now we have Tre'Davious White on the right side helping us out. His X factor is shut down, which is tighter coverage and more interceptions on contested catches, but he has to be lit up. Activate by forcing incompletion. So the more completions he gets, the quicker he becomes his X factor. Now, his abilities, he has pick artist, which is better catching and improved stamina on interception returns. He has acrobat, which is diving swats and interceptions. But the one that's important to stop a lot of these outside routes is going to be that deep out zone KO. Improve reaction knockouts in deep outside zone. So this guy activates when they're trying to run a flood concept. Like I said, this is why we used the Bills, just to showcase that ability with it. Now let's talk about on defense. How can you slow this down? Well, your first reaction is going to be shade underneath, okay, with a hard flat. What that does is it's going to take care of the tight end. So the flat route, it's going to take care of him. We snap the ball. He should jump to the flat. So if we try to throw this, he's there. He swats the ball. However, when you make that adjustment right there, what does this mean? If we put a clear out, we shade underneath, right stick down, we get that underneath coverage. All that means is he shoots to the flat instantly. But what about RB over here? Okay. What about RB? What do we do about this guy? This is where the Mabel concept and defense comes into play. All right. So we need zone drops. Now follow my lead, because we're going to do this. We're going to invert this the way we do it on defense. We're going to come over here. We're going to go ahead and set our cloud flats to about 20, 25, depending on where that corner route is. And we're going to set our curl flats to 5. So these adjustments right here, you're going to need to make. We run that cover 3 drop. Let's go ahead and go against this Z spot right here. We're going to run the clear out. And now we have our flood concept to the right. We're going to take the curl flat and we're going to shade down and shade up. So he goes 20 yards, and then we're going to put this guy in the curl flat. So it looked like this, okay? just like this. And I want to user this guy right here. I want to user opposite, just like this, okay? So with those zone drops and those settings, if we try to run the flood concept, depending on how far they go, we try to throw this RB route, it's going to be a little bit more tricky, and there is white to make that because you can wait, okay? You can wait. So let me just show you guys what I mean. I'm gonna shade down and up. This may not even be the cover 3 that you use. It's just an idea. Typically what you want to use is maybe the cover 3 skies instead of the drops, okay? So maybe you can spread the linebackers too in certain defenses. But like I said, you want to run this Mabel style right here because it's going to slow down a lot of the flood concepts. Let's go ahead and see what happens here. He jumps to the flat. This guy's going. Wait for the corner route. And like I said, for him to get that corner route off now with him in the way, he cannot throw that early. He can't do much about it. Now, you can invert this, obviously, right? And what you can do is you can come to the coaching adjustments and you can make it backwards. You can go flats 5, curl flats 25, and run it backwards if you want. So all you would need to do, Z spot, boom. And what this is going to do is just force someone else to run the zone so you can play it a lot more better. So right here, we can go underneath coverage, right? And then we could go curl flat, or we could go over the top coverage, leave it as is, and then put this guy in a hard flat. You can make it backwards if you want. You can invert it with this setup right here. It should be the same way that they were playing it before. We inverted it. Boom. And he's just there making plays now. I mean, this guy's an X factor. So you're lighting up your abilities. You're slowing down the flood concept. Now, the problem you're going to run into, okay, this is the problem you're really going to run into. But this is how you stop it. So you can use the curl flat, shade over the top, and then take this guy and put him on a hard flat. So you can do it this way if you want. Spreading the linebackers out. You can even move your defenders back a little bit. So you can put them over here where like a 3-rec would come down in a crossfire. So you would start him back here, you know what I mean? And just have him play like right here to that position. So remember, moving your defense around like chess pieces, you know what I mean? Like just putting them in certain positions is going to help you more than not. So make sure that you're doing it. I do it a lot with my inside thirds and stuff like that. Let me just show you guys again. Boom. And now we try to go for this corner route. Like I said, we got the zone breaks, we got the corners, we have everything we need to stop with that. Those simple adjustments. Now, where you're going to struggle and where your user's going to come into play is what a lot of people like to do is they're going to come over here. They're going to take X, put them on an out route, and put this running back on a wheel route, okay? So you're going to have this look right here. So you're going to have to shade underneath, right? You're going to set your Mabel. And then you can even take Matikovic and put him on Y, and then you can use the 3-rec hook, okay? Because trust me, they're going to try it, and this should lock down pretty much everything besides, well, actually, he's out there. So we're pretty much putting a lock on anything. And what you're going to do with your user is once we do this, we shade underneath, we put this guy on a curl flat, we man up the running back. I'll just show you guys. Now what people like to do is they'll take X, right? Put them on a smart route, in route. I do this a lot. Boom. And with these simple adjustments, with this setup right here, even if they do the running back on a wheel route or they block him, doesn't matter. This whole play, you can put yourself on a blitz as well to get better change of direction. When they snap the dead ball, all you got to do is worry about this guy right here, okay? Now, it's a 3-man pass rush, so be careful. You may have to send a 4. It just depends on how you're getting treated on the defensive side. You feel like pressure's not getting there, you're going to have to send the 4th. So be careful. Understand that this is a chess game. Now, if they don't use a clear out, okay, then that means they're going to run the Z spot stock. You can baseline press. You can back off X like this. And let's just see where your yellows play. So remember what I told you, okay? If you're going to use this guy, you can use the side of the bunch, but you got to be careful because if you're going to use the side of the bunch, you have a lot of responsibility. Okay, so if they run it stock and you know that it's not going to be, there's no clear out, you can leave that outside third that way. You can even change him to a quarter, so an outside quarter. So now with this setup right here, if they do not motion him out, let's see what B does. Boom, right here. Since we shaded underneath, the B route is not going to be open. Okay, so let's go to instant replay. Shading underneath for the stock Z spot because people do run it stock and they do look for this B route. You'll see that we have everything clamped. We put the quarter out there for the corner route. Okay, so now we have the corner route. We're underneath here. Okay, so I'm trying to teach you guys the moves, the advanced moves, and how to stop this without setting the Mabel out there. So now you don't need to set the Mabel out there. Okay, you press if they do not send out a clear out. So if they don't motion that wide receiver out, you press. If they do, then you don't press. That's very important. It's going to be pretty much like that in every bunch situation. If you're running a cover 3, you want to make sure you utilize a quarter this way, because like I said, he will play that corner out. Just give you guys the idea. Let me know a play that you're having trouble with in the comments below, and we'll keep going, man. Like I said, a lot of the popular plays they're very easy to stop. People like to look for deeper routes, which I'll show you guys how you just turn up the pressure on those and get it popping. So make sure you use the dollar scheme that I provided in the members area. Is going to give you a lot more advantages, and these are the adjustments you need to be making on defense, man. I know it seems like a lot, but once you get it down, it really ain't no thing. It's pretty much second nature. Drop a like. Love you guys, man. Peace.